HYBE staff allegedly filmed the vacated dorms of NewJeans. The incident that occurred at a HYBE event, BTS's discharge year, and a fan met Jungkook on a flight. Watch till the end to find out more. A fan met Jungkook on a flight. Jungkook was praised again for being kind and respectful. A flight attendant who is also a fan of BTS shared a story about meeting the singer on a plane. Her story showed how polite and down-to-earth he is. She said that during the flight, Jungkook spent his time watching a movie. She couldn't help but notice his bright, sparkly eyes, which are a big part of his charm. He wasn't wearing any makeup and had long hair at the time, but he still stood out. When she asked if he wanted his meal, Jungkook politely waved his hand and said no. She thought his polite gesture was so cute. Later on, Jungkook changed his mind and decided to eat. He calmly prepared his table while waiting for his food. When the stewardess brought his meal, he giggled a little and said sorry for changing his mind. She thought it was sweet how polite he was. They even had a little bowing battle where they kept bowing to each other as a way to show respect. The stewardess said she had never met a passenger as polite as Jungkook before. She called him an angel because of how nice and respectful he was to everyone. An incident occurred during a HYBE event. A recent pop-up event for Boy Next Door, hosted by Cause Entertainment, which is part of HYBE, caused a lot of upset because of poor organization and safety problems. The event took place on January 10th in Seoul and had more than 1,000 people show up on the first day. However, things went wrong quickly because of big planning mistakes. One major problem was that fans couldn't sign up ahead of time. Instead, they had to make reservations at the event. This caused long, messy lines, with some fans waiting for hours in the freezing cold. At night, the temperature dropped to -10 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Sadly, one fan who had waited overnight collapsed from the cold and had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. After the event, KOZ Entertainment put out a statement talking about how many people had attended, but they didn't say anything about the problems that happened. This made fans and people online very upset, as they felt the company ignored the serious issues. The event became a hot topic on popular Korean forums like Instits. Many people criticized HYBE and KOZ Entertainment. Some even accused them of using unfair tactics to get attention at the cost of fans' health and comfort. This situation has made many people wonder if entertainment companies are doing enough to take care of their fans during events. Fans are now asking for better planning and more thoughtfulness to make sure something like this doesn't happen again in the future. HYBE staff allegedly filmed the vacated dorms of NewJeans. A disagreement between NewJeans and their agency, ADOR, has caused a lot of attention recently. The problem started because they couldn't agree about their contract, leading to a lawsuit and many questions about whether the group and the agency will work together again. On November 28th, NewJeans held a press conference to say they were ending their contract with ADOR. They said the contract would end the next day, on November 29th, and blamed HYBE and ADOR for the problems. NewJeans also said they didn't need to pay any penalties or worry about being sued. But just a few days later, on December 3rd, ADOR went to court to argue that the contract was still valid. ADOR said they were still the official agency for NewJeans and were upset that the group was contacting advertisers and signing deals without their permission. On January 13th, ADOR asked the court to stop NewJeans from making any more advertising deals on their own. The agency said that if NewJeans kept working alone, it could confuse advertisers, hurt the group's reputation, and make ADOR look bad as a management company. ADOR also said they wanted to continue working with NewJeans and had already planned many activities for them. These plans included a new album, a fan meeting, and other events. The agency claimed they had shared these plans with the group and had been doing everything they could to support them. In December, after finishing a trip to Japan, NewJeans left the dorms ADOR had provided and started using their own transportation for events with the agency. Around the same time, there was talk online that a HYBE staff member used a body camera to check the dorms after NewJeans left. This made people talk even more about the situation. Now, fans and others are watching to see what the court decides. Many wonder if NewJeans and ADOR will be able to fix their relationship, or if they will go their separate ways. For now, no one knows what will happen, and the situation is still being closely followed. This is BTS's discharge year. On January 10th, BTS leader RM surprised fans by making his first Instagram post of the year. This post felt extra special because 2024 is the year RM will finish his military service. Fans saw this as a sign of his homecoming and couldn't hide their excitement for his return. RM shared 17 photos in the post, giving fans a peek into his personal life. Some of the pictures were self-portraits, while others showed quotes or little moments from his day-to-day activities. 6 of the photos featured RM himself, including mirror selfies and casual shots taken in different places. In 2 photos, he was wearing warm winter clothes, and fans guessed he might have been at a museum. They also thought the quotes he shared could have been spotted there. One quote in English said, "Time heals nothing, it just replaces memories." 2 quotes in Korean reflected on relationships and feelings. Other photos in the post were of simple, everyday things. There was a cup of decaf coffee, 2 snowmen, a bottle of Japanese alcohol, a small Buddha statue, and a dumpling he appeared to be making. The collection showed RM's creative and thoughtful personality, which fans have always loved. Fans were thrilled to see the post and filled the comments with messages about how much they missed him. Some fans joked that RM might have already packed his bags, ready to return. Others said it felt like both RM and the fans were counting every second until his discharge. BTS member J-Hope even commented, reminding everyone, "It's your discharge year, our RM." With only 5 months left before his military service ends in June 2024, fans are looking forward to seeing RM back in action. His return will likely lead to more music from him and a highly anticipated BTS comeback in 2025. Fans are already buzzing with excitement, making 2024 and 2025 two very important years for BTS and their fans. Jungkook was included in textbooks. BTS's Jungkook recently got a lot of attention after the Oxford English Dictionary added some new Korean words in December 2024. 7 words were added this time, including makna and hyong. This was the first update of Korean words in the dictionary since 26 others were added back in September 2021. One word that stood out in this update was maknae, which means the youngest member of a group or family. It was even talked about in a news segment on the Daily Report by Arirang News. During the segment, Jungkook was mentioned as an example of a maknae because he's the youngest member of BTS. Fans often call him the Golden Maknae because of his incredible talents and the huge influence he has worldwide. When fans saw this news, they were super excited and shared their joy all over social media. Many said that Jungkook helped make the word makna famous around the world. Fans also pointed out that Jungkook's influence goes beyond music. They mentioned how he's even shown up in school textbooks, government websites, TV shows, and more. Some fans called him the face of K-pop, while others praised him for bringing so much attention to Korean culture. This isn't the only big news about Jungkook recently. In December 2024, he was named a 2025 Guinness World Records honoree. He will be featured in the Guinness World Records Special Edition for his achievements in music. On top of that, on January 12th, his album Golden became the first album by a K-pop soloist to get more than 5 billion streams on Spotify. Many unexpected events are unfolding at ADOR and HYBE. On January 13th, South Korea's Ministry of Employment and Labor announced that it had dismissed workplace harassment claims against executives at HYBE Corporation. These claims were brought by a former employee of ADOR, referred to as L. The investigation looked into accusations of misconduct and alleged attempts to disrupt earlier investigations into problems at ADOR. The situation began in August 2024, when another former ADOR employee, known as A, accused Hee Jin, the CEO of ADOR at the time, of ignoring her complaints about harassment. A said a male superior at the company harassed her every day, made inappropriate comments, and pressured her to attend work dinners involving alcohol. She claimed Hee Jin didn't take her complaints seriously, sided with the accused superior, and even criticized her for speaking up. Frustrated and feeling unsupported, A resigned in March 2024. Hee Jin denied these allegations, saying they were false and intended to damage her reputation. She argued that A's resignation was due to issues with her job performance and a reduction in her salary, not harassment. After the initial investigation, A requested a second investigation in August 2024, claiming that the original process had been unfairly influenced by Hee Jin and her team. To address these concerns, ADOR announced they would conduct the reinvestigation through an external agency. Around the same time, Chosun Biz reported that Hee Jin encouraged L, a former vice president at ADOR, to file harassment complaints against HYBE and ADOR executives overseeing the reinvestigation. Telegram messages leaked to Chosun Biz suggested that Hee Jin advised L to use vacation and sick leave to slow down the reinvestigation process. Following her advice, L filed a workplace harassment report with the Ministry of Employment and Labor in September 2024. After reviewing all the evidence and communication between the parties, the ministry concluded that the claims against HYBE executives did not legally qualify as workplace harassment under South Korea's Labor Standards Act. The case was closed, and the executives were cleared of the charges. However, other legal cases connected to the situation are still ongoing. In addition, A has filed new complaints against Hee Jin and L with the Seoul Western District Labor Office, accusing them of unfair labor practices and negligence. A has also taken her case to the police, accusing Hee Jin of breaking labor laws, violating privacy, and spreading false information. She is seeking around $68,000 in damages. On January 6th, Newson reported that a mediation session at the Seoul Western District Court failed to resolve the dispute. Hee Jin's legal team denied all the allegations and stated that the claims were part of a plan to harm her reputation and force her out of her position. In court, Hee Jin said, "I cannot admit the entire truth, so I have no intention of participating in mediation." From the beginning, this incident was presumed to have occurred with the purpose of finding a false excuse to push for my dismissal. The legal battles continue, drawing public attention to the internal issues at ADOR and HYBE. With trials still in progress, more developments are expected as the cases move forward. Also, ADOR has announced that it filed a legal action called an injunction against the K-pop group NewJeans. The injunction is meant to stop the group from signing contracts with advertisers on their own. This comes after NewJeans publicly ended their contract with ADOR during a press conference. The group said that ADOR broke their contract. Soon after, on December 17th, Danielle, one of the members, signed her own deal as a global ambassador for the luxury brand Omega. ADOR explained that they filed the injunction to protect other companies, like advertisers, from being affected by the group's independent actions. The company had already taken legal steps on December 3rd, asking a court in Seoul to confirm that their exclusive contract with NewJeans is still valid. In a statement, ADOR said, "This decision was made to prevent confusion and damage to third parties, such as advertisers, as the NewJeans members, who unilaterally declared the termination of their exclusive contracts, continued to attempt to independently contact and sign contracts with advertisers." The company also said that the group acting on their own could hurt their competitiveness and cause problems in the K-pop industry. ADOR claimed the injunction shows they are still willing to work with NewJeans, even though the group said their contract is over. ADOR added, "This injunction application reflects ADOR's will to be with the NewJeans members. It also reflects the judgment that even if a final ruling is made several years later that the exclusive contract is valid, it may already be impossible to restore it to its original state." ADOR also said they have been fully supporting NewJeans' activities and will keep doing so because they believe the exclusive contract is still in place. The company shared that they've received many offers for advertisements and events involving the group. They also revealed plans for 2025, including a comeback album, a fan meeting, and other projects. ADOR is receiving external offers for various projects, such as advertisements and events, and internally, we have already completed planning this year's activities, including the release of a full-length album and fan meetings, so we have conveyed our wishes to communicate sufficiently with the members, they said. While this legal battle is happening, NewJeans has continued performing. On December 31st, they performed at Countdown Japan 24/25, a major indoor music festival in Tokyo. They also attended the 39th Golden Disc Awards at the Fukuoka PayPay Dome in Japan on January 4th, 2025. The disagreement between ADOR and NewJeans has brought attention to how artists and their agencies work together in the K-pop industry. With the legal case still ongoing, it's unclear whether NewJeans and ADOR will work together again in the future. Why fans are getting rid of their concert tickets. BTS member J-Hope's Hope on the Stage World Tour has created huge excitement among K-pop fans, especially for the Mexico City concert. After the tour was announced, fans went to great lengths to get tickets. Some even sold tickets they already had for other concerts by artists, so they could afford to go to J-Hope's show. On January 10th, The news outlet El Imparcial reported that social media was buzzing with fans talking about how badly they wanted to attend. The competition for tickets has been described as very intense, especially in Latin America, since the tour only has one stop in that entire region. Some fans called it a hunger game because it's so hard to get tickets. Others said this shows how much people are looking forward to BTS coming back as a group, even while the members are focusing on their solo projects. Fans also talked about how BTS is still leading the K-pop industry. They pointed out how people are giving up tickets to other concerts just to see J-Hope. Many fans said they are proud of BTS for staying so successful and for the individual achievements of its members. Before the world tour starts, J-Hope will perform at the Gala des Pièces Jaunes, a famous charity concert organized by the Fondation des Hôpitaux in France. This event helps raise money to improve hospital care for children. It will happen on January 23rd at Paris La Défense Arena, the biggest indoor venue in Europe. Hee Jin is being sued. On January 10th, a big court case began in the Seoul Western District Court involving Belift Lab and Hee Jin. Belift Lab, a company that manages the girl group Elite, is suing Hee Jin, the former CEO of ADOR, for 2 billion Korean won. The company claims Min said damaging things during press conferences, accusing Elite of copying the concept of NewJeans. Belift Lab says these comments caused them to lose a lot of money. Belift Lab told the court that Min's statements hurt Elite's popularity on social media, reduced their album sales, and caused major brands like KT and Pocari Sweat to cancel advertising deals with the group. The court said it needed more evidence to prove these financial losses before making a final decision. The judge asked Belift Lab to bring detailed proof to the next trial. Belift Lab defended Elite, saying their group's concept was completely original. They explained that Elite focuses on modern youth, while NewJeans uses a Y2K nostalgic theme, which looks back to the style and culture of the 2000s. Belift Lab also said there was no sharing of ideas or copying between the two groups. They accused Hee Jin of spreading false information that damaged Elite's reputation and cost them a lot of money. Hee Jin's legal team denied these accusations. They said her statements were not lies but her opinions, and she made them to inform the public. Her lawyer explained that Elite debuted 8 months after NewJeans and faced several plagiarism accusations. Min tried to handle the issue privately by sending emails, but she said HYBE, Belift Lab's parent company, did an illegal audit instead. This led her to hold a press conference to publicly address the issue. The conflict started in April 2024 when Hee Jin accused Elite of copying NewJeans. She said Elite's teaser photos and creative ideas looked very similar to NewJeans' work. Belift Lab denied this, saying Elite's concept and designs were finalized in July 2023, months before Min claimed there was any copying. In response to these accusations, Belift Lab filed a defamation lawsuit against Min, demanding almost $1.4 million in compensation. Min then filed her own countersuit against Belift Lab's CEO, accusing them of breaking laws under the Information and Communications Network Act and asking for $3.4 million in damages. This case has gained a lot of attention because it involves well-known companies and artists in the K-pop world. Both sides are expected to bring more evidence to court, but the outcome remains unclear as the legal battle continues. It's been reported that Hee Jin did not attend the first court hearing about lawsuits filed against her by Source Music and Belift Lab. Both of these companies are part of HYBE Corporation. The hearing took place on January 10, 2025, at the Seoul Western District Court. While Min wasn't there, her lawyers from the Sejong law firm were present to represent her. The problem started back in April 2024 when HYBE investigated Hee Jin and her team, accusing her of trying to take over full control of ADOR. Things got worse when HYBE shared findings from their investigation. They said they found Kakao Talk messages that supposedly showed Min talking about plans to take control of NewJeans' activities. HYBE also accused Min of breach of trust and claimed she tried to convince members of NewJeans to leave the group and join her in a new project. On January 9th, the Korea Times reported that Park Young-kyu, a tech company chairman, admitted to talking about tampering with Min. Tampering means trying to get people or groups to leave their current company and join another, which is considered unlawful. In April 2024, Min held a press conference to defend herself. She denied having plans to leave HYBE and criticized how the company handled the situation. She also said the audit HYBE conducted was illegal and that she felt the company's leadership had mishandled things. By November 2024, the tensions had grown even worse. Hee Jin resigned as an internal director of ADOR and cut ties with HYBE. Before her resignation, ADOR's board of directors had already removed her as CEO and replaced her with Kim Joo-young. In her resignation statement, Min said she left because of ongoing conflicts with HYBE. She accused the company of breaking shareholder agreements and conducting illegal audits. She also announced plans to take legal action against HYBE. This ongoing legal battle between Hee Jin and HYBE has caught the attention of many because of the people and groups involved, including NewJeans. The case is still in progress, and more developments are expected as the court continues to hear arguments from both sides.